Okay, it's recording now. Do we give like a
All right.
3, 2, 1, and then go, or like how do we do this?
Honestly, that could be it. That's the intro right
That's
there.
the intro. Okay. Wait, what's the podcast called?
Pasta Talks Podcast. Is that what we wanted to go for?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Where do we start? Let's see.
What is your name?
Oh yeah, my name's Tyler Cartwright. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I know Pasta/Trevor from camp. We were in 9th grade when we met each other. We were bunkmates.
We were
And-
bunkmates.
We've now been friends for what, like? I was ninth grade. Was
Ninth grade was like almost
like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. So yeah, it's been a hot sec, and we've just been good buddies ever since then.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm Trevor, by the way. Grew up on Whidbey Island. Hate it here. It's the worst island.
Hey, you'll get out eventually, right?
I'm trapped here due to coronavirus currently. I've known Tyler since. Actually, I think I was in 8th grade because you're a year older than me.
Yes.
And we went to the same camp. We then worked at the same camp. And then when he quit, I still worked a year there, and it was awful. It was the worst year of my life.
And you only worked the summers.
I only worked the summers. It was an awful 3 months. Oh god, it was so bad.
Weren't there just like not a lot of people there that summer?
There was no one there, and I did like 6 jobs worth of work and got paid for only one of them.
It's a tough time.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so not to reminisce on the shitty parts of it, but
The
so
good parts.
let's talk about our camp names. Where we got our camp names, dude?
Yeah, you go first with yours, because yours makes more sense.
I mean, neither of them really make a ton of sense. Mine, I just like one of our other counselor buddies. His name was Ace. Was just like, hey man, like you got some cool socks, and I was like, thanks man. And we, at that time, camp names were just like something you came up with. It was less of like something that you wanted to be. So we were just like, we'll call me Socks and see if it sticks. And it just like stuck like glue on a chicken.
Stuck like glue on a chicken?
That's a statement I'm trying to get going.
Okay, but like, when do you stick glue on a chicken?
I don't know, but I feel like it would stick pretty hard.
Glue sticks on everything. It's glue. It's meant for sticking.
So yeah, and it stuck, and I've been Socks is my like alternative personality ever since then.
His alt personality for when he robs banks at nighttime.
Yep. That's what I give to the police when I get handcuffed pretty frequently.
You give your name. I wouldn't say anything to the police. That's just not who I am.
You're right. You keep your mouth shut. It's all good.
Yeah. So my camp name was Pasta, and you might be thinking, oh, did you like cook in the kitchen or did you eat a lot of pasta? No, this is back when I was in 9th grade when I got my name, right? I was a ripe high schooler, fresh into the high
Ripe
school
young
scene.
man.
Yeah, and we were at the camp, and we had a CIT in the cabin, a counselor in training, and I was at the waterfront just chilling. One morning, he walks up and he's like, "I'm gonna call you Pasta," and I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "I don't know, but your name's now Pasta," and it stuck like glue on a chicken.
There we go.
It stuck, and yeah. That's the origin of my legal alias I had to put on my tax form.
Yeah.
I brought one of my checks I got the last summer I worked. I brought it to the bank, right? They'd like cash it. And the lady was like, "Is your name really Pasta?" And I'm like, "God damn it." They wrote Pasta on the check instead of my actual name. I had to then confirm at the bank that it was my legal alias.
Was it at that point, or was it just like?
That was my last.
Do you have that on a like certificate? Or?
Not anymore. I don't. I took it off. The last tax form I did, I just didn't include it.
I the best part about my name was just that like parents would just like buy me socks, or like everybody just like everybody who like it was my birthday over the summers, so everybody who like my parents or like grandparents or whoever was just like, let's just we'll get him socks that he's at camp, let's just more options for him. So I got probably like 15 pairs of socks over the course of 2 summers just from like people being like, his name's Socks, he likes socks, let's get him socks.
Let's get him socks.
And it was just like they were cool, but it was like
to be fair, I also bought you socks when it was your birthday. The first 2 summers we worked together, I bought you socks.
Yeah. Hey, I still appreciate them. I still have the taco socks and the Tetris ones. And
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Yeah, I even remember which ones you got me.
That's actually mind blowing because I didn't remember.
Yeah, I told you that, and you were like, "Oh shit, those were the ones."
Those were the ones.
But yeah, no, I still have those. They're in like a little baggie in the bottom of a laundry bin back home.
Oh hell yeah! They're in a special bag.
Oh yeah.
The camp sock bag. Yeah, no one bought me pasta.
I think you should have. What you should have done is just like had your own stash of pasta in the up chap. Up chap was where we was where like the counselors hung out.
It was like the staff lounge.
Yeah, and so you should have just had pasta in the up chap, just to have.
I feel like we should mention.
You should have thrown it at people during chapel. You should have just like thrown pasta down the roof.
I feel like we should mention it was a church camp.
Yeah, it was a church camp.
No, since working there, I have to admit, I've been an atheist since I was 13. I just didn't tell anyone that worked at the camp because I didn't want to get fired.
A quarter of the kids probably felt the same way.
Yeah, and I didn't I wasn't like telling the kids God wasn't real. I was doing the curriculum we had like assigned to us.
Yeah.
Our boss was pretty big on the Christians only aspect of camp.
Of hiring specifically. Yeah.
And I'd gone to that camp since I was 8 years old, and I didn't want to like not work there at least once. But then I got called back twice, so it worked.
They did just need people after everybody started leaving.
Yeah. It's a nice camp, great lake.
It really is just a good camp. Honestly, I think
there's only a murder there every once in a while.
It needs a upgrade on the basketball hoop, but maybe if this podcast gets up and running, we'll just start funding
it. For basketball hoops? We're gonna buy basketball hoops for a camp.
Honestly, that one's like 9'8". It's not even a full size hoop.
Okay.
You got any good camp stories?
Let's see. I only have incriminating ones.
That's fine. Just don't say people's names.
Well, hold up though.
Or you mean your own
incriminate me? Yeah, they wouldn't be good. Except for the time where we can use camp names as like fake names, right? Like.
But they'll know who we're talking about,
Yeah, but I
don't know that they'll listen, but
it's not a bad story.
Okay, as long as you're not gonna like.
This is a good story. No. When okay, do you remember music camp? You weren't there that first year for music camp.
I was not.
You went to like Great Wolf Lodge or some shit.
Me?
No, wait, you went to Bend, Oregon.
Yeah, I went to Bend with my cousins.
Never mind. I don't know why I got Great Wolf Lodge in my head.
You just want to go to Great Wolf Lodge. Anyways,
they got an indoor water park.
I found out that with my mom the other day, but continue.
It was music camp week, and so so during music camp week, it was way different than any normal camp. We really didn't do much in terms of counselorship. We kind of just cleaned, but we had longer breaks during music camp week. And so one day we thought, we were gonna go out to Subway for lunch, because
this is a Subway ad.
This is foot-long sandwich store for lunch. And so we we got ready to go, and we were going with Amazon, who was this female counselor, very chill, very cool, a few years older than me, and then we were with I said his real name.
His name's Denali, alright?
I'm gonna cut this part out.
Okay.
We were with Denali, who is about my age, I think like like a month younger, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he's about the same.
Yeah, we were about the same age. And so we went to Subway. I had purchased my sandwich. Amazon purchased her sandwich. And then Denali gets up to the register and he's like, wait, guys, my credit card is missing. And we're like, what? And he's like, yeah, my credit card is just straight up gone. And we're like, did you leave it in the car? He's like, no. You don't understand. It never leaves my wallet unless I'm buying something. And we're like, okay. He's like, I think one of my campers stole it. And so we did like this like camp-wide, like, I guess scavenger hunt specifically for Denali's card. And we never found it. And so
Jesus.
he had to cancel it that like next day. Had no charges on it. We never found it. Like, straight up, we still to this day think it was stolen by a camper.
I mean, probably, yeah.
He had the 6th graders. A little 6th grader fucking swiped his card from his wallet. When
the thing is, like, you can't even use it until you go home. So, like, why do it like early in the week? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Wait, like last minute. Snag.
But also, like
shit. Last opportunity.
But also, like,
don't.
Music campers were kind of the worst, honestly. Not gonna lie.
My 3rd year were really great.
So they were great.
I had the high schoolers the 3rd year.
They definitely had like a bad side to them where they like wanted to rebel, you know, like typical high schoolers do.
They're also all band students.
Yeah, that's true.
Like this is a very broad like stereotype for band students, but they're typically like at school the better kids.
Yes.
And so when they're given a chance to like cut back even a little bit, they cut back.
I agree.
Like,
I think that's
nothing
very true.
against band kids. Most high schoolers cut back, you know, when given the chance to. But, like, I saw it in their eyes. I saw the fire rage up from behind their corneas.
That's the thing. They do that, but then at the talent show, they're like, but I'm a great kid and I can do this great thing.
I mean, they're all great kids. They just
Yeah.
were given a small little chance to rebel, and they fucking took it.
No, yeah.
They took it
sure.
and they ran.
I had some. You remember the kids that I had? They did?
The ones who spray painted, or not spray painted, but bug sprayed the Nazi swastika on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like, that's
Yeah,
like
I
my
remember that.
biggest memory of them. So, you know.
Those were some pretty bad kids. Okay, I take back everything I said about the like band kids as a whole, but those band kids were awful. I remember one of them got sent home.
They were tough to deal with.
One of them got sent home early the day everyone was being picked up.
It was tough, but not to say that they aren't, you know, awesome kids, but they were their own breed.
Yeah, my campers were always, or my first year it was Batman and I. We shared a cabin, and one of our campers may or may not have snuck some marijuana. We still don't know, but like it was heavily implied by him, and also the way his bag smelled. His bag smelled like weed. Now, being a 22-year-old myself, I know what weed smells like in Washington
Hey,
State.
you were like 19 then. You gotta keep in mind.
I was actually 17.
No, that was your first year.
The first year I was 17. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But coming as a 22-year-old, I do smoke weed. I didn't start smoking weed until it was legal for me to smoke it. But I knew what it smelled like because I went to a public high school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the man's bag, he always like put on too much Axe body spray. The bathroom smelled like weed.
That's just a sign, though. You put on too much Axe body spray, you know they're smoking that dank.
Yeah, I mean, two smells that do not cover up each other. Like, it just smelled like Axe and also weed at the same time. It wasn't a good smell. Like, I've grown to, like, you know, be used to the smell of weed. It's not a bad smell to me anymore. But when I was 17, I didn't
first
like
smell
it.
it's a little friggin' overwhelming.
It smelled kind of like, you know, burnt grass. Burnt grass smells like shit.
I mean, that is
what
weed is.
Yeah, but you know, to the people who don't smoke weed in the audience, go outside and set your grass on fire.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good call.
Then take a big whiff.
Actually, no. It's the summertime. We just experienced this.
Okay, set a very small section of your grass on fire with your hose nearby. I should cut that part out, shouldn't I?
I do leave it in. I don't care.
Alright, fuck it. Set your grass on fire. No, it's just. Then he like tried to play it off cool, like, no man, I don't have anything. And like, what do you mean, gamer? Man smelt like weed. Okay. This is the funny part. Our handyman who worked at the camp that first year, he had cancer and he had medical marijuana, and so he knew what it smelled like.
Yeah, who was his name? Yes, you're right.
I think we can say that.
Yeah, it's.
As long as you don't give the camp we worked at's name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Granted, probably pretty easy to find out.
I don't think we've said it yet. I don't think we've said the location.
We haven't. But if you look on our Pasta Socks Instagram account, we have the shirts on.
True.
Oh, also follow our Pasta Socks Instagram account
at
for updates.
Pasta Socks.
I think it's Pasta_Socks.
Yeah.
I should really get access to that back. I don't remember what the password is.
I'll just like bleep his name out when I say it. I'll just like censor it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hold on, I got a burp. I might use that to censor it. Just censor everything with burps. All right.
Actually, that's a good little snippet of content right there.
Yeah. Okay, so our handyman came up to fix he came up to fix one of the beds in the cabin, and he's like, "Hey, your cabin smells like weed," and we're like, "We knew it." we were hot on the trail. We got the confirming evidence. We were like zoning in on like pure proof, and then it was the last day of the week, and our boss said, "It's fine." And we were like, what the fuck do you mean it's fine? This 14-year-old brought weed to camp. Well, we can't kick him out. We gotta inform someone.
Yeah, no, it was good on you to like inform the boss, but like you don't have to kick him.
We told Big Boss Man like the first time we Denali
Boss
and I,
Man.
the first time Denali and I noticed anything in the bathroom, we were like, oh, it smells like weed in here. And it did, and there was.
Dude, you know what I realized we didn't do?
What?
Didn't talk about what the podcast is about, or like what our goal of the podcast is.
You know what? That's probably a pretty good thing to talk about.
Yeah, we'll bring that up right now while I remember it.
Yeah.
So this podcast, what our goal of it, first of all, was just to like be able to learn new things, and to also to just like do a podcast, because I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. But we want to learn things. So each week, each of us are going to pick a topic, whether that's like general or like very specific. We're going to pick a topic and talk about it. So I have like a 75% assured chance of guessing this right, but I'm betting pastas is probably elephants this week.
Oh, you are incorrect, sir.
That's why I said 75.
You took a broad shot and you missed. You're in the right ballpark, though.
Mammoths. That's right.
Nope. Less correct.
But yeah, so this is just like the intro podcast, and we will kind of, in the next one, we will talk more about our chosen topics, and just give some general information and talk about them, and we'll ask each other questions and just kind of talk. That's what a podcast is.
Yeah, we just kind of talk. And we're definitely going to go off on tangents. That's just how it happens.
Yeah, we will. That's why we give ourselves, 45 minutes to an hour per podcast.
Yeah.
This one will probably be a little shorter, but...
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
But speaking of topics...
Back to our camp stories. Sorry, did you want to...
No. Camp stories are great. What kind of camp stories do you have that I am not aware of? I want to hear first-time camp stories.
First-time camp stories?
Because, like, you had
What's that?
You had a car.
I know. Dude. Oh my god, you weren't there because you were young. But you're totally gonna remember this story. But for the people, there's so Batman, the same guy that Pasta was talking about earlier. Sorry. Okay, we should also notify them that we're gonna call each other Pasta and Trevor and Socks and Tyler.
We're gonna use
probably
all
pretty
of the names.
entertainingly. Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yes.
Just keep that in mind. But so it was Kubura and Batman and I, and we were gonna go up to Vancouver.
I know this story.
You know exactly what the story is.
I know this story.
And so what happened was I had my car, and so we were driving away, and it was just Kookaburra and I, and then we were gonna go to Vancouver, and then Batman was like kind of upset, so we went back to pick him up, and then we left, and we're going up there, and we got like probably 15 minutes out, and Batman goes, "Hey, I forgot my passport. Let's go back and get it." And I was like, "Okay, we're only 15 minutes out. Like, it's fine." So we drive back. He grabs his passport, and and we start driving again. And probably like 30 to 45 minutes into the drive, he's like looking at his passport, and he goes, "Guys, the passport is expired. I can't leave the country." And so we're sitting there, and we're like, well shit, like what do we do? And he ends up being like pretty chill about it. He had like a bad week, but this only made it worse. But at the same time, we were like, we had stuff we were gonna do, so we drove back the 30 to 45 minutes, however far we were, and dropped him back off at camp, and then went to Vancouver, and just like went to, I think it was like that national tree, like a forest thing where they have a bridge or something. And just like hung out in Vancouver for the day, and then came back. But it was just like I felt so bad for Batman, but also like it was hella funny because he just got shafted like all day and all week.
There's a second half of that story, and it's from my perspective. Okay, so that day I decided to sleep in a little bit. It was like you guys came back and dropped him off at like 1 o'clock, maybe.
Yeah, and you couldn't go for whatever reason. You probably just didn't have a passport.
No, I had a passport. Why couldn't I go? Why couldn't I?
Oh, you were on weekend job. You were on weekend.
I was on weekend. No, was I on weekend job? Because Batman had totally left side.
I think that's what it was. Is Batman was on weekend with you, but he was like leaving you because he just needed a break.
Maybe we had Sunday. I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, it was like I woke up at like 12 o'clock. I was in the shower. I went to the shower to get cleaned up for the day because the showers are good.
Yes.
And I am buck-ass naked in the shower, taking a shower, and then I hear our good female friend Kookaburra walk into the bathroom and say, "Hey, Pasta, you here?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing? I thought you were in Canada." And she's like, No, can you get out of the shower? I'm like, I am in the middle of washing. Can you give me like 5 minutes? And she's like, yeah. And so I was just scared shitless in the bathroom. Just, like, why did she come in? Why didn't Socks or Batman come in? I could have been, like, out in the front naked. Because I was the only one. I'm pretty sure I was the only one there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I step out of the shower. I'm, like, clothed. I'm wearing swim trunks. I planned on swimming that day. Plan on going into the water and swimming. I walk out and Kooks is standing there. She's like, "Hey, so can you hang out with Batman today?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Well, he has the wrong passport. He couldn't go to Canada. He's pretty down. Don't say anything about it." And then I walk out of the bathroom, and Batman's saying that. I'm like, "Bruh." I was like, "Dude." He looks at me. He walks away, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I said something." And she looks at me and she's like, "Why did you say that?" I'm like, I'm 17. Don't expect much from me." And so I went and talked to him like, "Hey, Batman, what's up?" He's like, "I forgot my passport." And I'm like, "There are tons of things we can do here in the state. Don't worry about it, bud." And he's like, "What can we do?" And I'm like, "There's an aquarium in Seattle." And he's like, "You want to go to the aquarium?" I'm like, I've never been to the aquarium. I hate the ocean. Why would I go to the aquarium? And he's like, "Okay, I guess we can go to the aquarium." Joke's on us. We hadn't charged our phones at all that day, right?
God, that was just a fucking mess for you guys.
Our phones were consistently dead because we didn't have a car charger. We stopped at a Best Buy and we bought a power brick that was half charged because they always come half charged. And we took turns charging our phones and playing Pokemon Go.
Oh god, that was the summer Pokemon Go came out, wasn't it?
Yeah. We were in Seattle playing Pokemon Go. And we got to the fucking aquarium, and he's like, okay, do you have any money? I'm like, no, I have zero money. You must pay for me. He's like, dude. And I'm like, hey, I'm still a minor. I don't have a credit card yet. All of my money gets deposited into my savings account. I have no money on me. He's like, God damn, you'll pay me back for this. Luckily, it was a buy one, get one free ticket day.
Oh, yo, that's lit.
Yeah, so we went to the aquarium. And we looked at fucking, like, fish and, like, seals and, like, starfish for, like, 2 hours. And then he's like, yo, are you hungry? I'm like, yeah, but I have no money. He's like, alright, I'm going to get McDonald's then. He didn't even offer to buy me anything. I was like, oh, it's chill, don't worry. It was chill. I don't like McDonald's. And then we got in the McDonald's, right? And we were charging the power bank. And both of our phones were, like, dead at this point. And we didn't know what time it was. It was like 5 o'clock and we got back to the camp. I think we were working that weekend.
Yeah, probably.
It was a great time. That first summer was so much fun.
I mean, both summers that I was there were
Yeah. The first summer was like a blast and a half.
I mean, I will show no preference over either summer.
I will show preference.
I definitely have friends that I still talk to in both.
I mean, I have friends that still talk to in both, but like...
You've betrayed them.
Did I betray them?
Nah, they know.
No, I mean, like, Wag and I are good friends, Brisk and I are still friends. Who else worked that second summer?
I mean, you talked to Spike, like, last month.
Oh, yeah, no, Spike, I see Spike, you know, I saw her last summer, we talked a bit. Yeah, Spike's great. Who else was there that second summer? Oh, yeah.
You probably don't talk to you at all anymore.
Nuh-uh. Haven't said a word.
That's okay.
Did Munchkin work that summer a little bit? A little bit during music camp week.
Yeah, no, they had people towards the back end, like 5K came and worked for a week.
I remember those two, because I worked with them the next year, and Munchkin and I have been friends for a while. Who else? Oh, Torch. Oh yeah, Radio.
Oh, I haven't thought about Radio in so long, but what a good guy.
Yeah, he's chill. There's definitely people I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest, that sounds real bad. I just don't remember a lot of people.
If I like looked at a picture, I would be like, I know all of these people, but like off the top of my head, it's not happening.
Did Olive Jr. work that year?
No, she was only the first year.
Was she really?
We had
the first year?
like Riveter and Stitch and everybody too.
Right, Riveter and Stitch. Right. I saw Stitch a couple times. I just gave my location to my home. Where the camp was. They'll find out where it is anyway.
Yeah, it exists.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the second summer wasn't okay. The first couple weeks were a little bad. There was some dicey action happening.
I was just like that entire of the like those first couple weeks was just like I was.
It was real dicey.
In hindsight, I never said this, but I was the team lead that second summer. So those first couple weeks when I was like trying to communicate everything that the counselors wanted and everything that the program director wanted was just like a nightmare. It was just like counselors were upset, the program director was upset, everybody was upset, and I was just like there trying to like calm everybody down. I'm sure you experienced that when you were the team lead too, but
yeah, it was being team lead kind of sucked, and I now know why Batman was always upset.
Yeah, honestly, I think Ark was better than when Batman was. Like, I feel like Batman just like really struggled at a certain one of those weeks.
Yeah, and then the next week was Family Camp, and I like Family Camp.
Honestly, I forget about all the different weeks that were there. Dude, we got to do a family camp there.
We got to do a family camp.
Okay. There's an RV.
Yes. Do we know anyone who has an RV that we can just like borrow?
I don't. You might.
Who has a big car?
It's just, you know,
because like tent camping isn't out of the question either.
I have a 2-person tent.
I have like an 8-person tent.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, you can put a tent inside of a tent. That was a pretty fat tangent.
Yeah, I mean,
I might trim that down a little bit.
Like set thing that we wanted to talk about with this first episode. We just wanted to talk about ourselves. Oh, let's actually talk about what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I currently live. I'm not gonna say where I live. I currently am in school for geotechnical engineering. Getting my master's. And yeah, just chilling. I mean, it is COVID, so I don't have a lot that I do. But every once in a while, I will rock climb, play basketball, play a lot of video games right now. Yeah, just kind of hanging out. Go for it, Pasta.
All right. I am finishing up my bachelor's in archaeology. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I enjoy digging up things. As for like hobbies, I also do be playing video games. I started streaming recently. Stuff's fun. I enjoy it. Yeah.
Well, if it comes down to it, we'll throw a link somewhere.
we'll embed links into the audio.
Yeah. All right. I mean, this has been a nice 40-minute.
Yeah, it's been about 35 minutes. About 35 minutes,
yeah. So let's call it there. Episode 0 complete. Hey, good work, man. We did it.
Yeah, episode 0 complete. I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Perfect.
This is post-editing Pasta. I just wanted to say thank you for listening. This is a new experience for both Socks and I. This is a first time podcast thing, and we're just testing the waters with this one. Thank you for listening, and have a good day. How do I stop recording?